give us your best and worst of the year. You can name one movie, one TV show, whatever you think. Just anything that's on top of mind for you.
What upset me
Something
the most?
Yeah.
Easily.
If you watched the Friday live stream, I hated Mufasa and Deadpool and Wolverine. Ironically, same company was my favorite.
I absolutely despise Borderlands. Like, I honestly it's rare that I get angry in a movie theater, right? Like, I might be watching a bad movie, whatever, but I was pissed at Borderlands, and not just because I'm a huge fan of the game. That had nothing to do with it. I was just pissed at what I was watching. Borderlands definitely the worst, and that's saying a lot in the year of the Crow. So, Borderlands was the worst, and for me, the best for me was the Penguin. That was the best thing this year or last year.
Yeah,
Ooh, yeah.
It got better with each episode. So
the Gentleman and the Penguin were the highlights. The Gentleman, because it was like, oh, this is like a masterclass of what to do right in a television show. How you write every character, no complaints. The Acolyte, probably because it further just confused everyone and mucked up the lore and
the best for me was The Wild Robot. It was something that was a surprise for me. I didn't think I would like it as much as it did. And I think that that's a story that you can watch as a young person and go back and watch it as an adult and take something completely different away from that movie. So The Wild Robot for me. The worst thing, I'm going into The Acolyte, Madam Web, all those movies, knowing that they're going to be horrible. But I had high hopes for Argyle. I thought it was going to be really good, and it delivered something just completely trash and garbage. So it's going to be Argyle for me for the worst.
It's tough to pick what was the worst. There's so many.
I know.
Dune Prophecy. How was that?
How did you end on Dune Prophecy?
Rings of Power was the worst, I think, as far as for me personally. Well, The Acolyte was up there too. Best shows, I am really enjoying Silo and The Penguin and Dune Part 2. Of course, I also really enjoyed Twisters and The Fall Guy. Those are really fun.
I love The Fall Guy. Yeah,
I wasn't expecting much, and it was a really fun theater experience.
And notice she just didn't answer about Dune Prophecy, so that must tell you how she feels about it.
It's meh. It's a mixed bag. It's not really.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No,
I watched. No one's talking about it. I don't think anyone cares. But those other things were worse though. So
the worst part about Dune Prophecy, it had so much potential because it looked great. I thought the cast was very, very good. The production value was there. It looked amazing, but it's in the end the story and what it's based on. I mean,
I just they switched creative directions like halfway through development. They started out in one direction, and I was breaking down an interview that Johan Rank who was initially attached to when was Dune Sisterhood. And then, he's saying that they completely changed directions, completely changed the story and the look and everything. So I really feel like the production chaos hampered it. I'm surprised it looks as good as it does with all of those issues that they've had. I'm hoping that I'm hopeful for season 2. There's some promise, but we'll see how it goes. I think because they greenlit it before the finale, that the studio knew that they were having that they contributed to its issues. So I think that they recognized its strengths as well as its weaknesses, and hopefully season 2 will be much better. But we'll see.
But usually HBO is good at that. I mean, famously, Game of Thrones had a pilot that never saw the light of day. I think only Peter Dinklage was in it who survived. I would love to see that. That is like, do you know anything about that, Rob?
No. And it's
the Naomi Watts one? There's the pilot for the Naomi Watts one that got canceled, or the original pilot?
The original pilot for Game of Thrones.
Yeah. I've never, and normally you'd be able to get that stuff, but not with HBO.
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with the actors. They don't want to embarrass the actors who were not hired to continue. They look at that and say, no, redo it. So, but they kept Peter Dinklage. Anyways, just that's why I'm saying Dune Prophecy. I'm surprised after the meddling, it didn't get better. So, yeah,
no matter how you feel about Dinklage, man, he was the right choice for Tyrion. So
he was.
Oh yeah.
That's what made it so sad when he said all that dumb shit.
Yeah, that's true. He ruined everything
Yep.
with that.
For everyone.
well,
For
I hear
everyone,
in real
know.
life he's pretty insufferable. So
I
yeah.
know.
Being a dwarf doesn't mean that you're not annoying.
Yeah, whatever happened to the Toxic Avenger?
Apparently, it was unreleasable.
Now it's going to. I'll look forward to that one.